Hi and welcome to Delray Plants tutorial series on how to care for your plants. Foliage plants are the easiest way to clean the air in your home in addition to adding color into the interior scape. Delray Plants has been dedicated to growing the finest foliage for over 40 years, and we're going to help guide you through taking care of your plants when you bring them home.
Hi, I'm Heather and welcome to Delray Plants monthly video series Contain Yourself, where we share with you the PDS of container gardening. P for plant knowledge, D for a design element, and S for solving one of the container garden issues. The plants that we're going to introduce you to today are hydrangeas, ground orchids, and ivy. Now, ground orchids are a wonderfully flexible plant. They can survive in moderate shade to partial sun, so they help us when we're making a container garden open up more plants that we can mix with them. Hydrangeas are just a beautiful, big bloom, vibrantly colored plant. They do like morning sun and afternoon shade, and they do like to be moist. So I'm going to show you in our Trade It Up how you can work when plants have different water needs within your same container garden. Now, ivy is more of a shade-loving plant, but I'm going to use the layers that we create from the ground orchids with the hydrangea to provide more shade for my ivy. So the design element that we're going to work with is we're going to use a square container to create our container garden, because I want to be able to put this container at a 90-degree turn in my garden pathway and have a beautiful view from either side that someone approaches it. But the issue I have is that hydrangeas or any floral that you put in your container garden are only going to bloom for 6 to 8 weeks. Well, I don't want to have to go through digging up my beautiful container garden every 6 to 8 weeks. So I have a really clever trick that I call Trade It. So when we start planting, pay close attention to the pot that I plant in the container garden. So let's get started planting. Make sure there is soil in the bottom and along the sides of the pot, and that the pot has drainage. Next, eye up and mark an area for planting a permanent pot in the corners of the container garden. Also mark the space for the orchids down the center of the pot from corner to corner. Now, place the orchids corner to corner in the pot. This will require splitting the plant in half and opening it up so that you can form a line with the orchids. Then plant the ivy around the orchids and in the remaining corners, covering all remaining area except where the planted pots will go. Once the hydrangeas and ivy are in place, use a pot that is the same size as the seasonal plants. In this case, your seasonal floral is the hydrangea and is a 6-inch pot. Permanently plant this empty pot in the corner of your container garden. Make sure these empty pots are a little lower than the edge of the container garden so they won't show. Now, last, just slip the potted hydrangeas into the empty planted pot. When the hydrangeas are no longer in bloom, simply remove and replace them with the next desired floral. The ground orchids and ivy will continue to thrive all year long, creating an elegant backdrop for any traded plant. Well, there you have it. Don't you just love our February container? And we have this really clever Trade It Out right here with our seasonal florals, so we can trade them out all throughout the year. And guys, this is a perfect gift to give to that significant someone, because it gives you a legitimate reason to go to your home improvement store and earn points at the same time. So you don't forget to subscribe to our Delray Plants YouTube channel so you can get every month's Clever Contain Yourself Garden series. And we love to interact with our fans on Facebook, where you can ask questions, you can post pictures of what you've created, and you can glean lots of wonderful gardening tips. So thanks for joining us today, and remember to search for other great plant advice here on our YouTube channel.